Welcome to our journey into the Grand Egyptian Museum, the newest and largest museum in Cairo, Egypt. For decades, travelers from around the world have dreamed of a museum that could showcase the treasures of ancient Egypt in one place, and finally, that dream has become a reality. The Grand Egyptian Museum, often referred to as the GEM, is located just a few kilometers from the pyramids of Giza, offering visitors not only a spectacular collection of artifacts, but also stunning views of one of the most iconic landscapes on Earth. As you approach the museum, the architecture immediately captures your attention. The design is a bold combination of modern engineering and nods to ancient Egyptian motifs. The building itself is massive, yet elegant, with clean lines and striking glass panels that reflect the desert sunlight in a way that feels almost magical. You'll notice that the museum has golden accents along its entrance and upper walls, reminiscent of the treasures it houses inside. From a distance, the structure looks like a beacon inviting everyone to explore history. Entering the museum, you are greeted by a spacious, airy lobby that sets the tone for the entire visit. The ceilings are high, with natural light pouring through skylights, illuminating the polished floors and the wide open spaces. You can also get a paper map of the museum here or purchase an audio guide for 500 Egyptian pounds. The entrance fee to the museum is 1,400 pounds, friends. There is a subtle sense of grandeur without feeling intimidating. The lobby often features special exhibitions and sometimes even life-size replicas of ancient monuments to give a sense of scale before you head deeper into the museum. One of the first things most visitors notice is the attention to detail. From the carefully chosen materials to the way walkways are designed, every step is planned to ensure a smooth and immersive experience. The museum has been built to accommodate thousands of visitors, yet it never feels crowded. The pathways are wide, the ceilings tall, and the layout intuitive. Signage is clear, guiding you naturally from one exhibition to another, and there are interactive information panels that allow visitors to learn more about the artifacts without feeling overwhelmed. Now let's talk about what makes the Grand Egyptian Museum so unique: the treasures of Tutankhamun. For the first time, almost all of the artifacts from King Tutankhamun's tomb are displayed together in a single location. You'll find the famous golden mask, stunning jewelry, ceremonial items, and even the chariots. Take note, there's an amazing interactive room here where, in just 15 minutes, they show you the history of the pyramids in 3D in English. It costs £200, and I highly recommend you go there. The museum has taken extraordinary care to preserve these artifacts, using advanced climate control and lighting to prevent any damage while ensuring visitors can see the items in their full glory. It is a rare opportunity to step into the world of a boy king who ruled over 3,000 years ago. Walking through the Tutankhamun section, you can't help but marvel at the intricacy of the craftsmanship. The golden mask alone is breathtaking, with its smooth, polished surface, deep blue stripes, and delicate facial features that have remained perfect through millennia. Each piece of jewelry tells a story, often reflecting religious beliefs, the king's status, or everyday life in ancient Egypt. The museum does a wonderful job of providing context, so you're not just seeing beautiful objects, but understanding the people who made and used them. Beyond Tutankhamun, the museum houses a vast collection of artifacts from all over Egypt. Statues, mummies, papyrus scrolls, and everyday objects from temples and tombs are arranged chronologically and thematically, allowing visitors to travel through time. While you go up the escalators, you can see all these magnificent statues. You can also take the stairs. In addition, there are elevators for people with disabilities. You'll find objects from the Old Kingdom, Middle Kingdom, New Kingdom, and beyond. Each section is thoughtfully curated, highlighting both the grandeur of ancient rulers and the everyday life of ordinary Egyptians. Even the smallest details are fascinating. Notice the way inscriptions are preserved on stone, the colors of ancient murals, and the way even mundane objects like pottery or tools tell a story about daily life thousands of years ago. The museum provides magnifying panels and interactive displays so you can examine hieroglyphs, clothing, and small artifacts in a way that would be impossible in older museums. In addition to artifacts, the museum offers spaces for learning and reflection. There are lecture halls, research centers, and even areas where students can engage in hands-on experiences. The museum isn't just about looking. It's about understanding, imagining, and connecting with a civilization that continues to fascinate the world. The scale of the museum is impressive. It covers over 480,000 square meters, with multiple floors and a rooftop terrace offering a panoramic view of the pyramids. You can see how thoughtfully the architects integrated the desert surroundings into the museum experience, blending modern design with the natural landscape. Walking along the terraces, you feel a sense of awe at both human achievement and the continuity of history. The Grand Egyptian Museum also places a strong emphasis on technology. Interactive touchscreens, 3D models, and augmented reality experiences allow visitors to explore tombs and artifacts in ways that were unimaginable a few years ago. You can rotate a model of Tutankhamun's tomb on a screen, see how artifacts were arranged, and even watch animations showing how they were used in ceremonies. This fusion of ancient history and modern technology makes the museum particularly appealing to younger audiences and tech-savvy travelers. Continuing our journey through the Grand Egyptian Museum, let's explore the sections dedicated to ancient Egyptian pharaohs and royal families. Here, visitors can find statues, busts, and ceremonial objects that span thousands of years of dynastic rule. The collection showcases rulers from the Old Kingdom through the Ptolemaic period, each with distinct artistic styles, clothing, and symbolic motifs. Walking among these statues, you get a sense of the power and prestige of Egypt's rulers, but also of their humanity. Some of the faces are stern and formal, designed to convey authority, while others display a softer, almost approachable expression, revealing the artistic creativity of the sculptors. One of the most striking features of these exhibits is the attention to scale and placement. Giant statues of pharaohs tower over visitors, conveying a sense of awe and reverence, while smaller figurines and reliefs offer intimate glimpses into royal life. The museum curators have carefully arranged these pieces so that visitors move through a narrative, learning not just about individual rulers, but about the evolution of Egyptian art, religion, and governance. Each object is accompanied by clear descriptions, interactive panels, and sometimes even digital reconstructions showing how statues, temples, and tombs originally appeared. Moving beyond the royal artifacts, the museum offers a fascinating section on ancient Egyptian religion and ritual practices. You can see items used in temple ceremonies, funerary rites, and everyday worship. The exhibits highlight the central role that gods and goddesses played in daily life, from Ea, the sun god, to Osiris, the deity of the afterlife. Ritual objects such as ceremonial daggers, offering tables, and incense burners demonstrate the complexity of religious life in ancient Egypt. The museum does an excellent job of explaining symbolism. For example, colors, materials, and animal motifs were not decorative but conveyed spiritual meaning. Visitors often find themselves pausing for a long time, simply to marvel at the layers of meaning hidden in every piece. Another major highlight is the mummy collection. The Grand Egyptian Museum houses dozens of mummies, including those of pharaohs, nobles, and priests. Unlike older museums, these mummies are displayed with careful attention to preservation and education. Glass cases and controlled lighting protect the remains, while informative panels explain mummification techniques, religious beliefs, and even daily habits of the deceased. Some exhibits include X-ray images or 3D scans, allowing visitors to study the bones, amulets, and other items placed inside the wrappings. It's a delicate balance between scientific explanation and respect for the individuals on display, and the museum handles it masterfully. The museum also dedicates large spaces to artifacts from ancient Egyptian daily life. These exhibits are particularly engaging for families and children. Here, you'll find pottery, tools, jewelry, clothing, and household items that provide a vivid picture of how ordinary Egyptians lived. Interactive displays allow visitors to touch replicas of items, try writing hieroglyphs on a tablet, or watch animations demonstrating cooking, weaving, or boat building. This section is crucial because it reminds us that history is not only about pharaohs and temples, it's about people just like us who lived, worked, and dreamed thousands of years ago. For visitors fascinated by craftsmanship, the museum has dedicated areas for jewelry, metalwork, and stone carvings. Ancient Egyptian artisans were highly skilled, and it shows in the precision and creativity of their work. Gold necklaces, bracelets, and rings gleam under soft lighting, and intricate carvings on statues or stelae reveal a level of detail that can be breathtaking. Some of these items are hundreds of years older than most European cathedrals, yet the artistry remains astonishing. The museum provides magnifying panels and even digital zoom tools so that visitors can appreciate the smallest details, from minute hieroglyphs to delicate inlays of precious stones. No visit would be complete without exploring the sections dedicated to Egypt's monumental architecture and engineering achievements. Large models of temples, pyramids, and tomb complexes help visitors visualize the scale and sophistication of ancient construction techniques. You can see how ramps, pulleys, and manpower were combined to move massive stones, and how temples were aligned with celestial events. These exhibits not only inspire awe, but also demonstrate the ingenuity and technical knowledge of ancient Egyptian society. In addition, the museum frequently hosts temporary exhibitions showcasing artifacts from specific regions, periods, or discoveries. These exhibitions rotate, meaning that each visit to the museum can offer something new. Some temporary exhibits focus on archaeological finds from the desert, others on conservation efforts, and still others on cross-cultural influences between Egypt and neighboring civilizations. The Grand Egyptian Museum is not only about looking at the past, it also emphasizes education and engagement. Schools and tour groups frequently visit, and the museum provides guided tours, workshops, and lectures. Many exhibits are designed to spark curiosity, encouraging visitors to ask questions, think critically, and connect dots across thousands of years of history. Finally, throughout this block, one can't help but notice the careful attention to lighting, spacing, and visitor experience. Every corridor, every display case, every angle of a statue has been thoughtfully arranged. This is a museum that understands that history is powerful, but it also knows that presentation matters. As we continue exploring the Grand Egyptian Museum, one of the aspects that immediately captures attention is the museum's dedication to storytelling through context and arrangement. Unlike traditional museums where artifacts are displayed in glass cases with minimal explanation, the gem focuses on narrative. Each section guides visitors through a story. Sometimes it's about a specific dynasty, sometimes about a city, a temple, or a discovery. Walking through these spaces, you can sense that the curators wanted people not just to see history, but to experience it as a series of connected moments across centuries. One fascinating area focuses on archaeological discoveries from the Nile Valley. Here, visitors can see the results of excavations in Saqqara, Luxor, and the Delta regions. Large photographs and videos show archaeologists at work, carefully unearthing tombs, temples, and everyday items buried for thousands of years. There are interactive stations where you can explore 3D scans of excavation sites, zooming in on layers of soil and artifacts, almost as if you were part of the team digging through history. These sections create a sense of adventure, blending discovery with education. Moving deeper, the museum highlights the role of women in ancient Egypt. Far from being silent or invisible, women played vital roles in religion, politics, and family life. Statues, inscriptions, and personal items reveal queens, priestesses, and ordinary women who influenced their society. Some panels explore the story of Hatshepsut, one of Egypt's most famous female pharaohs, detailing her reign, monumental building projects, and the artistry commissioned during her time. Exhibits also explore daily life for women, from domestic activities to trade, showing that their contributions were diverse and essential. And here is the famous mask of Tutankhamun. Look at how many people are around it, and it turns out you can take photos of it. When it was in the old Cairo Museum, photography was prohibited. Another captivating area is the section on ancient Egyptian military and defense. Here, visitors can examine weapons, armor, chariots, and models of fortifications. This part of the museum emphasizes strategy and innovation. You can see how soldiers were equipped, how battles were planned, and even how diplomacy was intertwined with military campaigns. Some exhibits include digital recreations of famous battles or simulations of army formations. It's an engaging way to understand not just the artifacts, but the context in which they were used. The museum also dedicates space to ancient Egyptian writing and communication. Hieroglyphs are everywhere, but this section brings them to life. You'll find detailed explanations of symbols, inscriptions on stelae, and tools used for writing. Interactive stations allow visitors to write their own names in hieroglyphs on tablets or screens, exploring the intricacies of the writing system. You can see how scribes worked, the materials they used, and the painstaking effort required to record history. For anyone fascinated by language, this part of the museum is especially enriching. For those interested in religious symbolism, the GEEM provides an in-depth exploration of funerary beliefs and the afterlife. Detailed models of tombs, depictions of gods and goddesses, and ritual objects illustrate the Egyptian obsession with immortality. The museum explains how the journey to the afterlife was mapped out in funerary texts, how protective spells were included in tombs, and how offerings and amulets were intended to safeguard the deceased. Visitors can view reconstructed tomb walls with colorful paintings, giving an impression of how these sacred spaces would have looked thousands of years ago. One particularly engaging aspect of the museum is the integration of sensory experiences. Certain exhibits include ambient sounds, subtle fragrances, or tactile elements that allow visitors to connect with the ancient environment. You might hear the distant chant of a priestly ceremony, smell the faint aroma of incense, or touch replicas of artifacts to feel the textures. These experiences make history tangible, allowing visitors to imagine daily life, religious practices, and the vibrant culture of ancient Egypt in a way that words alone cannot convey. The museum also emphasizes technology and conservation and research. Visitors can observe how conservators repair fragile artifacts, analyze pigments, and digitally reconstruct broken statues or vessels. Some displays allow you to see before and after images of restoration projects, explaining both the science and artistry involved in preserving these treasures. You get a behind-the-scenes look at how the museum maintains its vast collection while making it accessible to the public. Another section focuses on Egyptian trade and economy. Here, visitors learn about trade routes along the Nile, imports and exports, and the importance of agriculture. Artifacts include weights, measures, tools, and even coins, illustrating the sophistication of commerce in ancient Egypt. Interactive maps show trade networks connecting Egypt with neighboring regions, demonstrating that the civilization was both influential and interconnected with the wider ancient world. For families and younger visitors, the GEM provides hands-on educational experiences. Children can try assembling puzzle-like replicas of statues, matching hieroglyphic symbols, or participating in miniature archaeological digs. These interactive stations make learning engaging and memorable. The museum understands that cultivating curiosity in the next generation is as important as preserving the past. Finally, the museum's rooftop terrace and panoramic viewpoints are designed to connect visitors with the surrounding landscape. From here, you can see the pyramids of Giza in the distance, the desert stretching endlessly, and the modern city of Cairo beyond. The contrast between ancient monuments and contemporary life is striking, providing a moment for reflection. Many visitors pause here, taking in the view, imagining the lives of those who lived thousands of years ago, and appreciating the continuity of history. As we continue our exploration of the Grand Egyptian Museum, let's focus on some lesser-known but equally fascinating treasures. One of the first things you notice in this section is the museum's attention to regional diversity. Egypt is not a single monolithic culture. It has always been made up of multiple regions, each with its own traditions, artistic styles, and local rulers. Note that the museum has a very large food court, where you can also use buffet-style services. It's kind of all-inclusive for £770, but that's just one spot. In other restaurants, the prices are somewhat higher than average. And just when we thought we had seen all the exhibits, it turned out there's another hall, a separate room, where even more artifacts are displayed, including a boat of incredible size from the Titanic of that era. Well, that wraps up our journey through the museum. We were offered a taxi for £800 right at the museum, but as soon as we stepped outside the gates, we agreed to go to downtown Cairo for £300. It's almost an hour's drive, although the InDrive app showed $250, but I think that's a great price. Thanks everyone for watching my video. This was Victor. See you all, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel.